Trash X really isn't in a good spot right about now, but we're alive, and that's all you can really ask for. Welcome back to the CDDA Sprinter Challenge with Trash himself, and today, we're gonna go on a big ol' exodus. I guess more like a pilgrimage, I don't know what you'd really call it, but right now, we are very limited in terms of plans. We looted these two buildings, which are the only ones close by, which we got nothing at, and we're not going back into town. That is a suicide at this point. So, I think the only option for us right now is to follow our way on down, over here, hitting up the road. You can actually see the edge right there, and if we follow the road, we can hit up a abandoned rail station, which might have some good stuff, and after that, there's a little bit of a surprise that we'll be able to go to, and I'm hoping we'll get some supplies out of there. So here's to traveling to greener and better pastures. Still have a deep wound that's infected in my groin, but I'm sure, you know, it'll settle itself out soon enough. Let's get it. You don't know how happy I am to have enough layers to not be hypothermic out here anymore, which is a major win in my opinion. We no longer have to worry about being slowed down to the point to where we are slower than the zombies. Though this is going to be the most dangerous part for us, as we are leaving the confines and safety of the fence line with Jeremy up there. Which means if we come across a zombie horde in the woods, the only thing we can do is huff it and hope that we have enough stamina to outrun them at a fast enough rate. So I'm really hoping we don't come across any on the road here. And because of this cold, we will know when we do. Did I ever say how difficult the CDDA challenge was? It's extremely. But bam, we're on the road, which means the only path forward is right down here. And of course, we will be foraging on the way in promise of trinkets. I mean, check that out. We got a stone. And another stone. Stones for days. Just like that, we made it to our first destination of the day. The abandoned Muldrow train station. You see that fence line right down there? If we follow it down, we should be able to hit up the spot. Now, there are going to be a few sprinting zombies nearby, so old Trash X is going to need to keep his eyes open and ready for any threats in the tree line. I'm really not expecting anything out of here. This is kind of like the appetizer to the main dish for me. But you never know. We might find like a dead rat or a cockroach, and right now any food is good food. Oh yeah. What an absolute hellhole. But it's my hellhole. At least soon. I might have to speak about leadership to the previous occupants. Which I'm guessing there are a few inside. It's a building, you know? I'd be surprised if there wasn't. So I'm gonna open the door. Oh, Jesus! You see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Ah, you know, nothing to get the blood really going like that. Yes, okay. There's one hit. Watch out for the lunges. Hop inside. Make sure no one's coming up behind me. Yeah, we got this, bread. Oh, man. You see, that's what separates Trash from the rest of these zombies. We got strategies, and we know how to use them. I was not expecting that many inside, though. I was not at all. Oh my gosh. Well, they're all dead now, so let's go loot through these dead zombies to see what exactly they have. Okay, well, this one outside seems to have like a leather jacket of some sort, which is broken as well. Yeah, it's all useless. It is what it is, you know. What do we got inside, then? A single paperclip, a walkie-talkie, which is pretty darn awesome, though that weighs like 20 pounds, so we're not gonna take it. A red and blue pen, perfect for me and my map markings. I love marking stuff on the map. Another radio, wow, a lot of radios. And a flashlight. Okay, that right there, that is pretty damn awesome, because we are going to be in the darkness quite a bit. You know, it's 6 months later, in the middle of winter. This is actually perfect, and those are scissors. Awesome sauce. All right, not bad at all. And now that we do have a flashlight, I'm gonna go ahead and grab all these walkie-talkies and radios just to remove the batteries out of these bad boys. Sadly, we can't dismantle them just yet because we don't have a screwdriver, but I'll take it, man. I'll take it. Okay, what do we have in the back room here? Just a single chair and a crate with nothing in it. I'll sit in the chair for a second and go check out the washrooms up there. Door flash. Okay, that's locked. Door flash, nothing in it. Okay, a book and a sheet of paper. You know what? I'll take a book. That might help us from depression. And after eating all those worms, you know, every little bit counts. This spot is now completely cleared out, so let's mark it with a red X. Bam! And we'll might as well mark the rest of these with X's as well, given that we've already looted them. Yeah, you know what? We're starting to form a path. Now that we've hit all 3 of these locations up, all we gotta do is follow the railroad down, hit up the road, and continue this way-ish until we find a very peculiar but nice trailer. And the more I sit around, the more time I waste, so let's continue on at it. But I will take this guy's pants. They're a little bit better than my jeans, mostly because my jeans are super duper ripped up. Nice. And give me that sweater as well. I was missing out on some layers here. We look super duper crusty, but it's worth it for that small temperature increase. Oh, and there's one last crate here that I did not check out. Nothing in it. What was I really expecting, you know? I'm actually not going to follow the railroad down because there are a few chances of zombies jumping me. I'm going to cut through the woods down this way instead. And who knows, we might find some more berries in here. I love me some berries. Hey, we made it to the road, avoiding any zombies on the way, and now I can just follow this bad boy down without too much of a worry about being jumped. Thankfully, yet sadly at the same time, it looks like no events have spawned. I'm really keeping an eye out for the camping event, because we could get a lot of invaluable supplies there. Or even just a car crash, I'd take. I would really like to get a working car battery sometime soon. If we could get a car, like, super early into the series, my chances of survival go up exponentially. It would be an insane feat. But that's also why it is a goal in the first place, because it's gonna be extremely difficult 6 months into the apocalypse. And here we have our first little, I guess, fork in the road? Yeah, fork in the road. I think we bang it up to this direction in order to hit up what I actually want to. I might just strand myself out here, but I'm really hoping my memory serves me correctly. Hey, check it out, it actually is! This spot right here, I'm putting all of my hope and faith into, that we get something nice out of here. This is gonna be like the only real home that we're gonna find for miles. After this, it's going to be just open plains, abandoned warehouses, and cabins that have, frankly, nothing inside of them. So if we don't get anything good here, we're gonna be out there with the wolves. While also being hungry, depressed, sick, agitated, injured, and in pain. Not exactly the best cocktail for a CDDA challenge, but check it out. There's a nice little cabin here, which is, you know, pretty cool. It's a little bit run down, you might say. But on top of it, there's a white trailer here. I'll get to that one in a second. Let's go check out the cabin first and foremost. And while I must admit it is weird for a run-down cabin to be here in the middle of the woods with little to nothing here, there's a good explanation. Oh, we got cigarettes? Okay. Not bad. A single spoon. I was kind of hoping for, you know, something. Wow, okay, we're not getting lucky here. That's fine. At least we can sleep here, right? The main prize, for me at least, is going to be this trailer. Fun fact, I've been to this place before, and I'm not kidding you, I think it's legitimately a drug lab. I'm not messing around. I'm not fooling you. I legit think some nefarious things were going on inside here before the apocalypse. I mean, there's even a microscope in here. But I don't care about that. What I care about is supplies for us to survive. Cooking pot, surgical gloves, cherry, melted ice cream. Oh, that's pretty epic. Yeah, that'll keep us going for a while. What else do we have? Coveralls? Okay, not the best actually, because it does replace our pants and our jackets. But this is starting to paint a little bit of a picture, right? We're finding these baking trays, these cooking pots in an awful sterile environment with surgical gloves and masks going on around the area. And also, 2 308 magazines for an M14. Trash X here has stumbled himself across a meth lab. Sadly, I did not get anything I actually wanted out of here, so we're gonna have to huff it for quite a while after. But what I will do is spend today digging for worms and foraging around the area in hopes of stomping out this cold or just surviving, really. And since there are no zombies in the area, this is basically a free-range area for us to get our foraging level up. Check it out. We got another 5 hours of crawling around like this and we'll be golden. Flashlight on. Okay, we did a lot of foraging today, and I think we have enough food to fix our cold. We were able to forage around 13 berries worth of food, and on top of that, we also have this melted ice cream and a little bit of money and a few chip stones on top of it. So I'm just gonna start mowing down on these berries while I still can, in hopes that I can just kind of tip the scales in my favor when it comes to being stuffed. If I can get to the stuffed thingy, we will be golden. Let's see here. Stuffed. Boom. Okay. Stomach contented. Health and strength aided. Up next, I'm gonna pop these sleeping tablets like they're gummies. Just down all of them. The more tired I am, the better. I'm just gonna continue eating up on food. Ridiculously tired. Stuffed. We gotta sleep right now. Flashlight off. Come on! Let this be the one! Let me fix this cold and I'll be golden! Let me tell you. Yes! There it is! There it is! We don't have a cold anymore! Now we just have to deal with the depression and anxiety. Do I have a lighter on hand? I don't, so I can't smoke a cigarette right now. Well, I'll just eat the rest of these berries and drop off some extra stuff, and I will tell you what we're gonna be doing soon after. Oh man, I love it here. Let me drop off some extra junk here. There we go, I just dropped off these tree branches and some of those dirty rags. Don't really need them right now. And now that we've solved both of those things, I'm gonna go ahead, read this book right now to get as much knowledge as possible, fixing our depression a little bit, and finishing the cocktail with some antidepressants. That should kick in under a day. Okay, so let's go mark down our journey so far. We hit up the train station, following this road down, all the way to this drug lab where I was able to fix my cold. Look at how happy I am. Thank you. I might actually come back here because this is a very good zone for foraging berries. But now that we have that done, we're gonna have to follow the road yet again in hopes of hitting up one last spot where I think would be a good spot to end our current journey. And we're gonna be heading our way over towards the abandoned rail stations to where there's gonna be a abandoned warehouse off a little bit to the side. There should be a few zombies, but there's also the chance of loot in a not so high threat area. So it's the best chance we have of actually progressing even further. So let's go grab some last minute water and continue out on this bright and actually not bright and rainy day. At least it isn't snowing, you know. I am also starting to realize how similar this series is going to be to the Iron Man challenge I did previously. But the only difference between this and Iron Man is that at least in the Iron Man challenge, I had ways of acquiring stuff that I couldn't get. In this one, I'm just reliant on RNG, and I think, talking about RNG, I can segue into our next little shopping list, I guess? Grocery list? Post-apocalyptic wish list for Santa? I don't know. The name doesn't matter, alright? What matters is that I find either a needle. A needle would be really good, because we still have, you know, the groin damage. I would also really appreciate a screwdriver, whether it's on a zombie or actually within the warehouse. And lastly, I want either a shovel, a trowel, or a hand fork, as that will fix all of our immediate dangers with food, because I can just dig for worms, right? I can dig for worms right now, sure, but it damages my hands and we're limited to like maximum 5 a day, which isn't enough to sustain ourselves. So if we get our hands on a trowel, we can circumvent that damage and get as many worms as I need, and the only thing that's limiting me is how much work I actually want to put into it, which is massive for us. So I'm hoping we get one out of this trip, or else we're just gonna have to be a loot goblin with berries. Which is fine as well, because we are approaching level 10 pretty quickly, especially since we started at level 1. There is a car crash up here, which makes me a little bit scared because there could be some ninjas lurking within the trees, but there is also the promise of loot. Wait, it's still locked. I guess we won't be able to enter the trunk, which is where most of the loot is. I can check out the internals though, so I'm gonna look around, make sure no one's coming up around me, and we're gonna pop this bad boy open. The only way I get a vehicle in this game is if I either hotwire it, find a key for it, and also it has a battery and gas that have stuff in it. If I don't complete any of those, car won't worky. Only CDDA sprinter things. We made it to the crossroads, and it looks like that there's a little bit of an event up there. More importantly, an ambulance, which has a chance of actually having a suture needle. So I'm gonna try and lead them out, one by one, giving them the good old bonk supreme, you know? Bam, boom, bada bingo. And for some reason, she had the key on her. You know what? That works. Where did the others go now? Actually, where did they go? They were there 1 minute and now they're gone. Genuine question on where the hell you stumbled. Well, I guess I'll hop inside and just see what they have in here. No, I genuinely need to. I'm gonna shout and I'm gonna run away. I don't trust that at all. No, nuh-uh. Not for me, man. I know there were like 2 to 3 zombies up there, other than her. Yeah, there they are. Those rapscallions trying to hide from me. I was 10 years ahead of you. Every move you made, I already predicted. And thank you for the ambulance key. Nice hair, Chuckle Nuts. And that, everybody, is how you take care of a car event. What do we got? Duct tape. Useful. You can't go wrong with a little bit of duct tape. What about this ambulance here? Let's see. A scalpel, couple of pencils, Louisville map, cologne. Trunk is unlocked. Let's see what we got. Oh, baby, that's what it is. Okay, trauma bag, suture needle. We're gaming. We're gaming. Trash is simply gaming. Okay, let's remove this bandage now and finally suture up this groin. Our groin. Trash's groin. We can use the disinfectant within here to get that going, and then we stitch that bad boy up and it'll be golden. That is so nice. And not only that, we have a tissue, we have a heavy duty thingy, bandages. You can't make this up, and on top of that, we have ourselves another freaking bag, dude. We're gonna keep it in our main bag for now, but that just doubled our carry capacity as well. Not bad at all. Let's go check the condition on these bad boys now. This battery's got no juice, there's no gas, engine is kaput. Useless. What about the wagon? Battery kaput, engine kaput, no gas. Though I did waste a little bit of time, so I might spend the night here. Yeah, screw it, let's do that. And welcome to another day. It snowed a bit out, but the weather is just beautiful. The only thing that really happened was in the middle of the night, I did get a night terror, so I am currently a nervous wreck. Nothing I can do about that, though, until I get my hands on a lighter, so you know what time it is. It's time to continue moving on forward into the abyss, into the unknown, in search of trinkets and baubles alike. Trash X has just begun this journey. And there's another... What is up with all these ambulances, dude? Come on! What? I'm sorry. Did the entirety of, like, the Louisville hospital team just get dispatched out here in the middle of nowhere and they all died due to some random person on this random access rural road? I'm not complaining, I'm just, you know, pointing out the weirdness in it, man. Man, if I had a nickel for every time this happened, I'd have 3 nickels, which isn't a lot, but still crazy that it even happened in the first place. All right, what do we got inside this? I swear, if we get another trauma bag, I'm gonna laugh so hard. Another trauma bag, a screwdriver. You can't make this up, dude. Okay. Hey, I'll take it. I guess we're just drowning in trauma bags. That's a free screwdriver. Not a hand fork just yet, but damn, is this not good. What is going on right now? I won't take it because we already have the max amount of trauma bags. What else we got? Surgical gloves, battery, yada yada. Sadly, no keys. That's okay though. This trunk, nothing in it. Oh, there is a key inside the glove box though. No gas. And matches? Perfect. You know what that means. As soon as I read this annotated map, we're gonna have a little bit of a break. When they come and when they will, take what you can carry and disappear into the forest. Left bug out stuff out here. Ooh. Where is this, by the way? Rosewood. I might actually hit that up one of these times. I'll mark it down right now, actually. There we go. Oh yeah, I also read the Metalworking Volume 1 book all the way entirely, so we no longer need that. Anyways, let's go check the front of this dart here to see if the battery is in any workable condition. No. The ambulance seems to be on the same thing. No gas, nothing. Okay. This was definitely worth the check out. I'll go grab that empty bottle as well, just in case if I need to, you know, siphon out some stuff. And we ought to continue our journey. I hope we come across another ambulance event. That would be pretty epic. Oh yeah, almost forgot. It's about time we have ourselves a cigarette. Those matches are so nice, man. Like, we've basically solved, like, the initial problem with CDDA and the whole start. And now all we really have to do is survive 6 months later with sprinters and extremely, rare loot, which is in itself an extremely hard challenge. So, it's really an out of the frying pan into the fire type situation, but at least I'm not being roasted alive with having a cold and all those other ailments, right? And as soon as we hit up this warehouse, I think we'll actually end it there, saving the actual looting part for next time, to keep it interesting and keep it cool. And then after that, I might hit up the rail station, but more than likely, I'm gonna go hit up the Muldraw intersection, where a bunch of cars will be had, and we might be able to get lucky with a battery or something out of that place. You know what'd be really nice as well? A damn can opener. I've been sitting on these cans for like years, so game, if you're listening to me, because I feel like you are at this point for giving me all this good stuff, give me a can opener. I don't know if I'm being a little bit entitled with that, but I would love one. And a shovel. Actually, give me a shovel. I want a shovel so bad. I'm gonna cry and throw a tantrum like in the Walmart if the game does not give me a shovel. Oh my, I think that driveway is going to be our next destination. We have finally made it, everybody, to the third spot of this whole series. Welcome to the abandoned warehouses, where who's where whom's. There's gonna be quite a few zombies inside, but for the most part, it is going to be empty. And there's gonna be a few extra crates, and maybe even a locker, if I remember correctly, that people will not have looted yet. But I'm gonna save looting these two massive buildings for tomorrow, because it's gonna be action-packed. I know that much. I've been here like 3-4 times before, and every time there's at least like 10 to 15 zombies in the area. If you guys have liked this episode, be sure to like, favorite, share, and subscribe for more. I'll see y'all later. Peace out.